Hi, and welcome back to the channel. Today what I'd like to do is talk to you about some of the tools that I use when doing research on properties, and some of the tools that I think you can use to really help refine or define what are the properties that are going to be sound financial investments for you. So the first one that I look at is always going to be my agent. The agent knows really what type of properties I'm looking for, what it is I'm going after. Maybe it's the neighborhoods I want to be in or the types of properties that I want. And so always use your agent. Your agent, specifically here in the US, is going to have access to the multiple listing service, which we shorten down to the MLS, which is really a place where agents have the ability to go in and search for homes, search for businesses, search for properties that are for sale, things that are out there that are on the market, and it gives them an ability to really refine their search in a way to kind of meet the needs that you want. Now, once they refine their search, they're able to send you a link to properties that kind of match what you're after. So the agents have the ability to go into this MLS, if you will, and really refine what it is that you're after and send you a list of properties that you can then go in and look at and work through their details. So use your agent as much as you can. Make sure that you are keeping them up to date on what's important to you and really what you would like to see, and have them send you those properties so that you can take a look at them on a regular basis. I like to do this once to every 2 weeks so that I see the new things that are coming on the market and so that I can continue to refine my search for the properties that I'm looking for. The second thing that I like to do is use the online platforms that are available to you. Specifically, I use one that's called Zillow, and I'll put a link to that down below. But Zillow is a great platform where I can go out and I can search properties very similar to what my agent would be able to do on the MLS. Now, it is a little bit different in terms of what I can search and how I can search and how I can refine, but it's truly everything that you need. I can look for the type of property, I can look for the location, I can break it down by the dollar amount, and not only does it show me properties that are for sale, it shows me properties that have sold in the past. It will show me properties that are about to foreclose. It will also show me properties that are potentially for rent. So find the online platform that works best for you and leverage that as much as you can. I really like Zillow. It's something that I'm on probably every day. I'm out looking, seeing what properties are coming available, and it really helps me refine the search that I want when it comes to properties. The third thing that I look at is what's going to be really kind of from your local government. We typically call these auctions. They can be held at the city level, maybe they're held at the county level, but it's those properties around where you live which maybe are being foreclosed on, maybe they have tax liens, or maybe there's some other type of financial issue with the property where the city or the county has had to take that property over and is going to auction that property off to the highest bidder. For us here in Charleston, South Carolina, that's the assessor who's responsible for that, and they put together a list called the Masters in Equity list. In other places that I've been, it's been managed by the Sheriff's Department, just because they were the one who were responsible for auctions in that county. So it's finding who in that government agency is responsible for the auction itself and really doing your research into those properties and what's being sold. When you start dealing with the county properties or the city properties, you really need to be careful that there isn't more going on behind the scenes than what you see at the property. A lot of times these properties are in financial kind of ruins, if you will, and maybe there's a first mortgage, a second mortgage, maybe there's liens on the property. So that does add a bit of complexity, but if you do the right research, you do the right homework, this can be a great place for you to find properties as well. Now, the big thing that I would say here is leverage all three of those together. Your agent, you have your online platform, and you have kind of that county or your citywide auctions that are going to be out there. I take a look at those and I put them all together. I find what's new on the market. I find what's selling quickly. I find what are the values in the neighborhood that I should be looking for, and really what should be my markers as I go through them. So leverage all three. Make sure that they're doing what they're supposed to be doing for you in terms of your research, and make sure you're leveraging your agent as much as you can when you find properties across these platforms. Now, the last thing that I will kind of throw in here is I use Google Maps on a regular basis. If it's a property, I know I've got the address, I'll go ahead and pop that address into Google Maps. I'll do aerial views to see what's happening around the property. Maybe there's new construction happening or something that I can see. I'll also do the street views so that I can see the property, see what's happening in the neighborhood. And in a lot of cases, that will save me time from going out to see the properties and investigating them just by spending some time on Google Maps and reviewing them. So leverage Google Maps into your tool set as well, and it will truly help make a difference in what you're doing as you search properties. I'll go ahead and put the links below for the ones that I use, and feel free to check them out. They might not be the right ones for your market, but they're the ones that I use, and maybe it gives you some insight as to what to look for when going out for these properties. Leverage your agent, leverage those online platforms, and leverage what you have locally through your government. As always, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I hope today's information is helpful for you. Thanks again.